Welcome to the Catholic Life Coach podcast, where I help ambitious Catholic women overcome fear and self-doubt so that they can boldly step into the dreams God placed in their hearts, live authentically, and grow a business rooted in their faith. I'm your host, Carla Fitz. I am the Catholic Life Coach, mom, entrepreneur, and your companion on this journey of holy ambition. Each week, we dive deep into faith, mindset, business, and identity so that you can live aligned, lead confidently, and create the impact God designed you for without guilt or hustle. If you are ready to stop holding back and start showing up as the woman God created you to be, you are in the right place. Welcome, and let's get started. Hello, my love, and welcome to this week's episode. I am super excited for this week's episode because it's been one of my favorite topics to coach around and to talk about and to teach, and also something that I have been learning a lot about, and I am so excited to share this with you. So one of the things that I think all of us at one point in our life have struggled with is comparison, is focusing our attention on what someone else has that we don't yet have, especially when we are women who are setting up goals for ourselves and we have dreams for ourselves. And if you are a businesswoman, which a lot of you here in this community are, you have a desire in your heart, and we start to do this thing of comparing. And in that comparison is a lot of pain. We create a lot of pain for ourselves, a lot of confusion for ourselves, and then we start getting more and more stuck. And there's a few parts to this, and I'm going to start with first reminding you that none of you are in a race with someone else. Your race was specifically given to you. You are one person that was given a specific task in this lifetime on this side of heaven. Each one of us has a mission, or many. Each one of us has a calling and a specific way to co-create that calling. None of us are going to do it in the exact same way. With this said, it is important to always remember that because we are running the race by ourselves, we are never behind. We just get so stuck on comparing ourselves with someone else that we're like, oh my goodness, I'm behind. She's over there and I'm over here. But we are not in the same competition. We are not running the same race. All of us are in our own journey, on our own pavement, running our own individual race. When we start recognizing that we don't have anyone competing against us, not an actual race happening, that we all are running our own race, but comparison kills our joy. So often we find ourselves beating ourselves up because we are behind. And who says that we are behind but ourselves, right? You are telling yourself you're behind. No one else is telling you that. And if someone else is telling you you're behind, well, they're wrong because, you are in God's timeline. But it is very powerful to remember this, that we are running our own race. But like I mentioned, comparison is the number one killer of joy. Okay, we get so distracted looking at someone else. And what I always teach my clients and what I always remind myself is that from the outside in, everything looks amazing. From the inside out, nothing does. I'm going to say that again. From the outside in, when you are looking into someone else's life, everything looks amazing. But when they are living it themselves, from the inside out, it is never perfect. There is always a reality of the 50-50 life. We are all in the same earth living a 50-50 life. Some might be at a different level, but they're living a 50-50 life. Some might be at a lower level and they're still living a 50-50 life, because with growth comes new opportunities, but also new challenges, right? This is a 50-50 life. So, with that said, it is important for us to remember that no matter who you are, there are struggles and there are wins. But depending on what you focus on is what you're going to see more of. And the teaching that has been blowing my mind, every time I picture it and every time I explain it to my clients, it hits them really hard. So I thought I'd share it here because I thought that would be fun. I want you to imagine that you are looking at someone else's life, at someone else's business, at someone else's goal, at someone else's timeline, maybe their body. maybe the way they look, maybe the way they dress, maybe their house. And you're looking at their life thinking, my goodness, what would I give to have a cake? Like, you know that saying that people say, you can't have your cake and eat it too? First, I just want to break it to you. I do not like that saying. What is the point of having a cake if you're not going to eat it? We need to burst this belief that we can't have our cake and eat it too. Because we can. Because God gave us that abundance in this world. We can have an incredible business and love our families. We can have both. But I'm going to go back to the cake because we are sitting on the sideline looking at the cake that someone else has, and we're like, my word, what would I give for some of that cake? It has sprinkles on it. It is sweet and delicious. And it looks amazing. And we are sitting in our life with a donut in front of us. Just want you to imagine this. I know this sounds kind of funny, but you'll get it here in a second. In our life, we are sitting with a beautiful donut in front of us. Sweet, beautiful, with sprinkles, and delicious. And yet our focus isn't on our donut. Our focus is on the whole. How many of you spend day after day after day after day focused on what you are missing? So instead of looking at the deliciousness in front of you of your donut, of your specific authentic donut, okay, stay with me. You are focused on the whole, on what the donut doesn't have. And because we don't see anything in that hole, we think we have nothing else. I don't have anything else. Example, I'm going to give you just a very real example for me that is completely silly, okay? But I'm going to share it with you because you guys know that my absolute dream in this side of earth is to live in Italy someday and have a beautiful home there and be there more, right? I hope you know that. And if you don't know that, well, now you do. But my goal is that. An example of looking at the hole in our donut is I have a gorgeous home right now that God gave me 6 years ago. I have the most beautiful office. But my head says, but I'm so far away from Italy. I wish I was closer to that. And the more I focus on what I don't have, the more I think I don't have. The same for you. What is your hole? Is it, well, I have a certain amount of clients, but I would love to have 15. I would love to have 20. Are you celebrating the clients you currently have? Are you celebrating the home you currently have and celebrating that someday you will get to that villa? Are you celebrating that you started a podcast, or is your mind focused that you haven't reached that amount of followers? That is the key of this podcast today. We need to start consciously choosing to celebrate our wins. We think, well, it's not that big of a deal, but truly, the more we focus on what we don't have, the more we could create more of things that we don't want, okay? Versus having gratitude for what we have today. Gratitude is the beginning of it all. Because if we will not get more unless we are grateful for what we have today. So my love, get curious. Are you focused on your peace? Are you focused on what you've gained? Are you focused on how much you've grown? Or are you focused on how much you have to go or on how much you are missing? Depending on what the answer to that is how you are currently co-creating with God. Are you co-creating from a place of abundance? Or are you co-creating from a place of lack? Are you focused on all the abundance you have around you? Or are you focused on what you are missing? Choose on purpose to have gratitude today, to celebrate your life and the level that you are in right now. Not tomorrow, not a week from today, not a year from today. That gets to be celebrated when it comes. But it's important to celebrate today, to focus our attention on what we have, on how far we have come. Things will continue to grow. you will continue to grow. The only way you're going to stop growing is if you choose to stop growing and stay in comfort. But until you choose that on purpose, things will continue to grow. But you need to choose to grow with gratitude first. That is when things start to expand, is when you realize that you have enough, but you're willing to expand. It's the best. So this week, if you are looking at someone else's cake, focus on the abundance you have around you and not so much on the hole of the donut. That is my podcast this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it got a smile out of you. I hope you take away what God wants you to take away from today. I'm sending you so many blessings. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us today. If today's conversation stirred something in you, that quiet pull towards more, towards the work God placed in your heart, I want to invite you into something I built specifically for you. It is called the Catholic Business Breakthrough. It is a 4-week course for Catholic women entrepreneurs who are ready to stop second-guessing their calling and finally move with clarity, confidence, and faith-aligned momentum. It is the identity work, the mindset work, and the strategy I wish I had when I was stuck in my business, all in one place built for you. Founding member pricing is $97 through June 7th, and you can find everything you need in our website, and the link is in the description. Until next time, remember, you were not made to play small. You were made to co-create with God at the center, boldly and faithfully, and I will see you in the next episode.